had a similar thought about Garling and his interaction with the Gorosei, but my mind went somewhere else, and it's something that, I don't know if it was in Discord or a call-in or something, about Garling having some additional motivations or ulterior motives, because he's so, like, in support of Emu leaving, seemingly. Like, I know you're new here and everything, but is this all just a power grab?
If you look at Garling's accomplishments through Emu's eyes, he's like, you're doing better than the Gorosei. Like, he's the one who found Rox's clan. You know, he's the one who, like, you know, took out Rox in that moment. Like, you know, and now his son possibly even found out, Black is still alive. Like, he keeps on being successful towards Emu, while the Gorosei keeps on, you guys keep fumbling. You keep on letting me down. You're letting this happen. You're letting this happen.
So to me, it seems like Garling agrees or wants Emu to go down to the lower world. I guess to get things done or moving. You know, it's like through his statements before about saying, do you think we're always going to be protected and that stuff? I think he's like, no, I agree with Emu. I don't know how much he was listening because he was in the outer room. But the way he just pulled up is already saying, nah, Emu should go for whatever. Like, he's going to get things done because he views Emu as greater than all of them. And he's, I guess, strong enough to do so. Honestly, I don't know why, but I get the feeling that the original Gorosei members don't like Garling being one of them. I don't know why. The way he walked up into the room, I was like, yo, the way they looked at him, and he's doing all this talking, they're just like, this guy.
Yeah.
And then after he's done talking.
Here he go again.
Yeah.
Mr. Woke.
Yo, for real.
You just got here.
You just got here. You ain't been here.
Because he says all of this, and they're just like, anyway, so Emu, like, you know, like, yo, Garling, man, shut up. You ain't really one of us, man. Because they legit all look at him and don't really respond to him.
They don't.
They kind of have this look on, just like, they're kind of like grilling him.
It might be the hair. Because most of them don't got hair like that. You know what I'm saying?
He do look kind of
Like,
crazy.
even Jupiter got, like, the comb over, so he might be balding. We don't know. Listen, bro, as a bald fellow, I could tell you, somebody with really nice hair be upsetting me, bro. That's crazy. Be like, why him?
That's crazy.
Just an instant hater.
That's crazy.
I think there's something more to it about Emu leaving Marie Geoise Castle, which is given, like, by what they're saying. Like, because even they say something that's kind of interesting, right? Like, Emu, in the lower world, you are, right? And then he says, you don't have to say it. We all know, like, if Emu leaves the castle, what this means. So I think it may be tied to, like, I have something a little bit at the end there, but I think there's something hinting more to the significance of Emu leaving the castle and the Holy Land itself that they're playing on here.
I had a similar thought about Garling and his interaction with the Gorosei, but my mind went somewhere else, and it's something that, I don't know if it was in Discord or a call-in or something, about Garling having some additional motivations or ulterior motives, because he's so, like, in support of Emu leaving, seemingly. Like, I know you're new here and everything, but is this all just a power grab, like a power vacuum grab for Garling to move not just him, but his son up along the ladder? And if Emu's gone, I mentioned last week about Blackbeard taking the the empty throne. Is this a ploy for Garling to make that kind of play? I don't know. I don't know much about his character at this point. He seems more like a good old boy trying to help. But, like, is it just kind of a farce? That's just interesting dynamic to me, because I got the same feeling. Like, the Gorosei and him aren't really on the same page or meshing well.
Yeah.
So far, anyway. Also really did like the notion that they were basically speaking on everything that's happening in the world. And as One Piece fans, you know, some of the best moments we get are when we get these wider views of what's happening across the seas. And even right now in Marie Geoise, like, he highlights Shamrock's comeback and quelled whatever the issue was a little bit. But last time we checked in, there was something going on with the food shortages, and whether it was revolutionaries or the Blackbeard pirates, we don't know exactly. We saw Lafitte having some sort of game plan at the docks when they were going up down with the food. So it's like, what exactly is happening? How did Shamrock quell it, deal with it? Like, St. Venus Juro was speaking on, there's just too much stuff going on. We can't send the admirals, because apparently the admirals are also dealing with whatever situations are happening outside in the world. Is it the Cross Guild? Is it the Blackbeard pirates? Is it the revolutionaries? We don't know. And I'm, like, so curious to know, like, what's happening, because all this stuff be happening across the world while we're in our isolated countries of like Elbaf, Wano, Egghead, whatever. And it's like the world continues to move. Like, it's one of the things about One Piece that's so great. Things are happening nonstop. Like, everybody's out for whatever they're out for, and they're not going to stop and let Luffy go on about his journey, and it won't factor into what they're doing.
Yeah.
So I love that that's continued here, and like these are the people who have to deal with it. This is the top of the world. Like, this is the problems of the world. These are the people in charge who have to deal with whatever happens. And like the person who's in charge of them is like, well, I'm leaving. And they're reacting accordingly because they're like, whoa, that's not what we're supposed to be doing here. Like, send us, send an admiral, send this. And they're giving all these like recommendations to him. But deep down, they all know there's nothing you say. If his mind is made up, Imu's going to go. And the end of that section of the chapter is very interesting to me because it's phrased as, by Imu's design, there's nothing we would be able to do. And I was like, what does you mean by that exactly? Like, is it some sort of part of the contract where you just absolutely can't disobey? Is it when I leave, something specifically happens to them where they get a reduction in power? Like, I don't know what it means exactly, but I was so interested in it because the phrasing itself was just really, really, really interesting to me.
Going to what Garling said, there's one thing after another. And he said, it all started at the arrival of Nika. That I go back, because I'm trying to think of the timing of things. I went back to chapter 1140, and that's when Shepard goes to Shamrock to bring him, back, saying like, yo, like, pretty much they need you at, the Holy Land. He said it's really dire there. Killian says, you're leaving, right? And he's just like, and Shamrock's like, I am? And he says, yo, how bad it is over there. Like, we need you there right now. And pretty much, and so it'll be your benefit. And he said, like, because then he says, it's all gone wrong ever since the Reverie. If you look at the Reverie, the time of the Reverie is shortly close to the time when Luffy goes to his Nika form and he fights Kaido. So ever since then, the Reverie and Luffy turning Nika, the Reverie happens, them attacking, Marie Geoise. Then later on, even Kaido says to Kuma, the revolutionary just come and now you're here. And he's talking to Kuma like, you come out of nowhere, we can have it at the Holy Land. Now, a brief moments later, you hear the gondolas breaking with the food, bringing the food, and now you hear Lafitte in the Holy Land watching those things blow up, setting up, preparing for something. It's just like, it was, and all these are a short time. Like, they're not, like, maybe a couple of days or weeks, but they're all consecutive ever since that moment happened. Now, they're just saying, like, because if you look at the past, they never got hit consecutively like this at all. They were fine until these things happened. Because I'm thinking we're thinking it's Lafitte because what he said, and that factors are in dire situations. They're showing like multiple times like Imu's really getting upset and frustrated, and they're like, "Yo, send Shamrock to help." And the fact is like, Imu, what are you doing? Because it's happening in your homeland, and you're just still sitting in your castle, just
all of them.
Yeah, just what are y'all doing? Like, y'all coming at other people for not doing something. You're the high ups. You're the power. You're the strength. Protect your homeland. But I don't know, man. I'm like, when I saw it, I was just like, bro.
Well, they don't want to show their true form.
True.
To the celestial dragons that are living under them.
But I'm thinking, but this is what I was thinking of. This is the first time though that your homeland, to our knowledge, got attacked like this. To our knowledge, because like for instance, you only have 3 admirals. They only could do so much with pirates and and especially when we see what the Marines are doing with the cross-skill, what they're doing. So just like, and I look at, they're getting attacked on both ends. The world government's getting attacked directly, and now the Marines are getting attacked in a different way. They're like, this is the direst situation they've ever been, like ever, to our knowledge.
Yeah.
And and they're all thinking it's Nika's fault. Since he ever appeared, all these negative, bad things are happening. And I thought it was just funny. Just it's all coincidental, but just the timing was just like, it's just so like.
It's like, bro, we're getting bang-ganged, bro.
Okay.
I said it backwards.
You did.
Yeah,
I don't know if that helps.
And I just thought it was just funny.
It's friendly fire.
So I thought the whole Doflamingo thing, when it's the same process, your plans are not working out, so you just got so upset, I'm just going to go and handle it myself. I forgot something before I wanted to say, because I thought when you said the whole Garling thing, well, like in the beginning, like he's like, you think he's trying to make moves? I think it was funny, because like, if you look at Garling's accomplishments through Imu's eyes, he's like, you're doing better than Gorosei. Like, he's the one who found Rox's clan. He's the one who, took out Rox in that moment. Like, and now his son possibly even found out, Black is still alive. Like, he keeps on being successful towards Emu, while the Gorosei keeps letting you guys keep funneling. You keep on letting me down. You're letting this happen. You're letting this happen. So I just noticed, like, Emo's eyes, he might think Garling and his family, you got to do it right. You're doing better than these guys up here. And I feel like they're in a weird, like, I guess it's not really, maybe Emo says that to them where they know, but that's what it's like, they feel uncomfortable because, like, he keeps on, like, things keep working out for him somehow. Well, things are not really working out for them in a way. And they're, like, nervous, like, thinking, who else? Like, are we next? Like, are we going to be another Saturn and they're going to just replace us altogether?
It's like the Gorosei were making the fries. And Garling was sweeping floors, but he kept doing things right, and now he passed up the fries to work on burgers.
That is a Coming to America reference. In case y'all didn't know, because some of our viewers aren't that old.
That's so funny. What? But yeah,
That from Coming to America.
That was gold.
Bro. That dialogue was flawless. I especially enjoyed Garling's presence here. I love the fact that he has like a bald spot on the back of his head, which looks completely stupid and looks like a cat's butt. I really love that part. In his old age, though, he does seem to have outgrown a lot of that blind arrogance that he had. And he recognizes that there are people outside of the Celestial Dragons who are more capable of making them fools. And I just honestly gotta... I got glazed rocks for that one because if he never ran into rocks, he would have never had that opening perspective, know what I'm saying?
He got humble.
Yeah, humble me.
Humble me is crazy.